Welcome to Unsportsmanlike Conduct. Trevor Brew and Tommy Morris with you. Today, we are talking about the potential for three teams to all move to LA: the Rams, Raiders, and the Chargers of all teams. Tommy, obviously hurts your feelings a little bit. Which team do you think will end up there, and which team do you think is the best fit in LA?
Well, you know what they always say, follow the money, and the team with the money is the Rams. They have the land as well, so I think the Rams are going to end up getting there. It's just a matter if anyone's going to come with them. I don't really think that it makes much sense for anyone to lease part of the stadium or lease time with the Rams stadium, because the Rams are just going to mess them over in whatever contract negotiations they're trying to get into, because they don't want them to steal fans. So I think the Rams will end up there by themselves. I think the team that would do the best if they moved there would be the Raiders. They have a lot of fan support there. You have a lot of guys. I know you see it in LA on Sundays, traveling from LAX up to Oakland to go see those games, because that's actually a really easy commute. So I think the Raiders would do the best, but the Rams are going to move in there. What do you think, Trev?
Tommy, I agree with you. I think that the Rams should end up there, and I think they will, because if you look at it, the Inglewood area is perfect as far as development goes. You look at what happened when other stadiums have been developed around the country. I mean, with the Giants and AT&T Park, the area south of Market in San Francisco was a pretty bad area, and as soon as the ballpark comes in, you have all these new bars, restaurants. The whole area has been on the upswing and developed because of the stadium, and I think you'll see the same thing in Inglewood. Stan Kroenke isn't just trying to develop a stadium, he's trying to develop a shopping area and a whole extra area of land around the stadium that's going to offer different amenities and apartment complexes and that type of thing. So I think the Rams makes the most sense. As far as the Chargers and the Raiders go, I think this is just a bunch of political posturing right now for new stadiums. Obviously, the taxpayers in
Carson.
San Diego haven't budged much. Tommy, you know better than me about whether or not you think a deal will get done in San Diego for a new stadium, but I think it makes the most sense to get the Rams back in LA, especially you got Jeff Fisher, who was a Trojan as a head coach. You've got a really good nucleus of players with the Rams.
Well, we'll see if Jeff Fisher's still there by the time they get to
We
LA.
will see, but I didn't even mention this part. You look at the Rams right now, and the way that they're constructed. They're in St. Louis. You have the Niners, Cardinals, and the Seahawks. Yeah, I like to forget about them. All along the West Coast. I think it would be perfect to have Seattle, San Francisco, and LA all in the same division, really have that strong West Coast rivalry. So that's why I think it makes the most sense. I mean, it doesn't really make sense that St. Louis is in the West anyways. And the Chargers, I just don't think that would make sense at all. It would have so much division between at least I think you would know better than me, but I think animosity between San Diego fans trying to decide if they're still fans because that was their football team, but not wanting to root for a team in LA and how that would work. And as far as the Raiders go, I agree with you. I think they'd be a great fit here. I'd love to see both the Raiders and the Rams back in LA, but I think the Rams makes the most sense first because they already have the land, and I think Inglewood makes more sense than Carson.
Yeah, and again, like you were saying, Kroenke probably trying to copy the LA Live thing they did at Staples Center, build all these things around the stadium. The one thing about the Chargers, though, about a fourth of their fans come from north of San Diego County. So if another team moves in, they lose about a fourth of their fans. And they already have trouble filling up the stadium as it is. So that would be a reason why they bolt. Pun intended.